Our friend, what if the worst thing that can happen in life is not death? What if it's actually dying and coming back again? Not as somebody else, but as yourself, into the exact same life that you just left. Rewound, like a VHS, just like every single near-death experience says. Well, all of them except mine. Listen close, and I'm going to let you into a terrifying secret. One that explains pitch perfect why you hated that kid back when that you'd just met before he'd even said a thing. Or why you felt that warning tingle when you were young and single that you ignored, only later to regret. How about the fact that 50% of the planet swear that Mandela's death happened on X, whilst the others scream Y? What if they're both right? Alternate timelines, same lives. Now some things they shift, but others, they're identical. But you've been born to the same parents, again and again and again. Now, we both know that nature is a generous miser, yeah? Haven't you ever wondered why each ejaculate has millions, if not billions, of potential yous, but there is only one egg that can make it happen? Now, some versions of you are taller. Others might be a bit shorter, thicker, more intelligent. There's a multiplicity of options, but all of them just remix the same basics again and again. It's why I suspect twins do the same things at the exact same time. They share a spirit. It's linked to one prime consciousness. Now, this topic we'll examine as we progress, but I personally have animated this script that I'm currently living 5 different times. I remember the variations. I reality tested the variables the best I could, but we'll save that for part 2. Here's how I think it works. Can you imagine that your soul is like a stack of post-it notes? You can only see the top message at any given time, and all of it together is simply too immense to fit into one body. But each single slip, however, that's what we call spirit, aka your awareness. That works, yeah? Now, if you write really hard on the top one with like an emotionally intense event, then the impressions are obviously going to filter through to the next one. That's deja vu, once you've been reskinned. It's why it only gets triggered every now and then. Apart from this one dude I found who lived continual chunks of his life again with a very strong sense of deja vu through all of it. Thinking that he'd flipped his lid, he went to go see the scientists. They ran all kinds of tests and could not find anything wrong with him. There was no deviations from baseline, no anomaly, nothing. Really let the implications of that one sink in. Doesn't the Deja Vu Principle also explain why prodigies have these amazing skills when they step in? It's because they simply still remember them from the exact life that they lived. Now, I'm not going to speak on the current science because it refuses to address things like this, but in my explorations beyond the flesh, I found out that the brain only modulates consciousness. It's not creating a thing. I'll tell you what, I know this is a bit intense, so why don't you run the vid back again, like your life, and then let it sink in. Better yet, grab a pad and pen and think of all the times that you zagged instead of a zig for no reason that you can consciously tell. Now, if I hadn't, I'd be dead 3 times over. The other versions of me did not get this far. The implications for this are something else, and for me they're not mere speculation because I lived these lyrics, and in my quest I found a couple of ancient refs that backed up my perspective and some cutting-edge neuroscience as well, but I'll save that for the article that I pin in the link. Basically, the NDE effect of Be Kind Rewind is your mind being wiped. The light at the end of the tunnel and the endless affection, sense of people waiting, knowing that you were coming, that's simply the birth canal delivery after you've been reskinned. Doesn't that explain really, really well blips like unrequited affection, or people not getting on a jet to take a trip when things went left for everyone else? What about that strange sense of ho-hum, there must be more to life than this, that kicks in when you're back in the cubicle, doing it all again? Because you have, many, many times before. It's also why so many of these Mandela Effect reports are based on childhood events, Now, there are other bits that I could share that would leave your jaw on the floor, but I want you to know that I'm really real with this and had to deeply think before sharing this vid, as the implications are as earth-shattering as they are mind-bending. But I want you to remember one thing: there is no spoon. And whilst you're there, tell me, my friend, how can you be the voice in your head when you are obviously that which listens? There are billions of people who have gone from life to death without stopping to ponder the implications of that question. So what I'm asking you now is that they can hide something as obvious and self-evident as that right in front of you and inside you. What else could it be that you are not seeing? Could the Deja Vu Principle be correct? I want you to ponder these things at depth because I really have thought about them, and then tell me what you think. Till we meet again.